Hey guys, it's Lindsay, and today's video is going to be a Top 5 Wednesday video. Top 5 Wednesday is currently being hosted by Samantha over on Thoughts on Tomes, so I will leave her information as well as the Goodreads group in the description box so you can check both of those out. And without further ado, let's get started. This week's topic is top 5 side ships that don't involve the protagonist. And let me tell you, this was a little bit of a hard one because I'm like, well, it's kind of difficult to get a, side ship whenever, the protagonist is involved. Anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and get started with number 5 on my list. And that will be Lila and Ethan from The Secrets of Ella and Micah by Jessica Sorensen. Now, I did cheat here a little bit. So, Lila and Ethan do actually have their own series, and this is where I really started to ship them hard, was when Ella and Micah were first getting together, and Lila is Ella's friend from Las Vegas, and Ethan is Micah's best friend and also a friend of Ella. So I really like their banter and everything that involves them, and their romance is just really cute, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So that's number 5 on my list. Number 4 on my list is also a little bit of a cheat because they do have their own book, and that would be Dean and Melissa from The Perfect Game by Jay Sterling. And this book is about a baseball player and a photographer, and they fall in love, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens. But anyway, these two, Dean and Melissa. Dean is Jack, who is the main character's brother, and Melissa is Cassie, who is the main female character. Melissa is her best friend. So Dean and Melissa become very close because Jack and Cassie are in a relationship, and it's just fun to see their relationship blossom throughout the whole series. There's 3 books in this series. I highly recommend this series. Let me tell you, I finished this book in like 8 hours. I couldn't put it down. I just love everything that Jay Sterling writes. This is the only one I have in physical copy. I do have, I think I have like 4 of her books on my Kindle. But this series is by far my favorite. I love it. It's one of my favorite series of all time. And yeah, there was no regrets when I bought this book. Absolutely none. 3 on my list is Heather and Gabe from the Archers of Avalon series, and I've talked a little bit about this series on my book or on my channel, and these two are fun to follow. Gabe is the main character's twin brother, and Heather is the main female character's best friend, and these two have a little bit of a bickering match in the first couple of books, but they do eventually realize that they are meant to be together, and it's really cute, and I absolutely love these books. This series is written by Chelsea Fine. These are her so-called fantasy series. It is a little bit paranormal. There is a lot of magic that's involved in this, and Gabe and Heather are hilarious together, and I'm just glad that they actually got into a relationship because I probably would have screamed if they did not. So this is number 3. Number 2 on my list is a tie between Cassian and Nesta and Ezreal and Moore, although Ezreal and Moore are not really a thing anymore, but I do love their friendship, so it's still a ship, but anyway, I'm not going to spoil that for anybody. And that would be From A Court of Wings and Ruins by Sarah J. Maas, and Cassian and Nesta are freaking hilarious. I love that Nesta wants nothing to do with Cassian and just wants to rip his head off. It's fantastic. I love it. And then Ezreal and Moore, they have a very beautiful friendship, and I love the fact that they have been friends for over 500 years, and they don't want to chew off their heads. So I love it. So that's number 2 on my list. And number 1 on my list is actually a TV show, and I don't know if you would call this that involve the protagonist, because the show is not necessarily based off of them, and that would be Deeks and Kenzie from NCIS LA. And let me tell you, I'm a diehard Denzi fan because I waited 6 seasons for them to finally get together, and when they did, it was beautiful. And oh my gosh, like, I could go on and on and on and on and on about them, but I'm not going to. Just know that Deeks and Kenzie are like my ultimate OTP favorite couple of all time. And yeah. But if you don't know what NCIS LA is, it's basically a cop show. NCIS is a federal bureau, I guess, and they are in charge of all the naval criminal investigations, because that's what it stands for, Naval Criminal Investigative Services. And yeah, so I loved that show. I still watch it. Haven't watched the last like 5 episodes. I need to get on that. But anyway, that is my top 5 Wednesday for this week. Let me know your top 5 side chips, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye!